Let us continue playing Dwarf Fortress. There have been a lot of changes since the last video. Mostly I've changed a few job settings. The Jewels Workshop is continually going through the many gems we have. That hasn't changed, I don't think. Still doing that. Yes, I say everything's changed, but actually not all's changed over here, though I need to sort that out once we get things started. The major change, and this is a big one, is for the future. This is no longer going to be producing self-sustaining coke and 2 items. It is instead going to be producing coke, probably copper, coke, probably copper. There's a reason for this. We want to be producing more coke, at least at this one, than metals, and the reason for that is every time we make something at the metalsmiths, that uses up one fuel, and therefore we need to now be producing more fuel instead of the same amount. We did make quite a few. We have quite a lot of coke in reserve, but keep it going for a couple of seasons. At the way it was, I was probably going to go into a brick wall and suddenly run out of fuel suddenly. And considering how important it is that we get this industry up and running, we can't allow that to happen. So that one will be producing additional fuel. This one probably will, but I'll probably set this up to be 2 coal and 3 metals, as opposed to the 1 and 1 that's over there. Final thing I need to sort out, and this is really a big one because I only realised this sort of by accident. But yeah, I took myself off mining duty. Whoops. Alright, off you go. I'm going to go and find equipment, and then he'll go and actually mine things. So we will have 2 legendary miners doing things. I've set up a few digging areas here. This is where the tomb is going to be, when we eventually get around to that. Possibly I'll make it barrows as well. I've set up a few digging channels, mostly exploratory and getting us down to this level. And then from here it's exploratory. I know the green stuff is nickel ore, which isn't particularly worth grabbing, but hey, you never know. We might actually break through somewhere and I might find some more stuff. We've stuck jelly opal wherever we've done that. Other thing is, I got rid of these farms because they really weren't doing anything. Oh, one thing I am going to build is a kennels, and we're going to put the kennel there out of bauxite. Why do we want the kennels? Because we have a load of animals there which are now at the point of breeding, and the only way to actually convert them into meat, which we would otherwise want, is to tame them. So therefore, now that that's done, we want to tame large animals. We want to tame all of the adults and all of the pups. And I guess, for the sake of it, we also want to tame our badger. Once certain animals are tamed, i.e. we got something other than a breeding pair ready, that will be done. There are more traps, which are rockfall traps around the outside there and there, so we are now slightly more defended. And has the second smelter been built? Yes, it has. No, it needs masonry. We have multiple masons, but apparently they're busy. Snow item is stockpile, job item is placed. I have a load of hives which are now up there, and the screw press as well for when that eventually gets sorted. We like bees. Mead may not be a brilliant use of brilliant source of alcohol, but it's not the worst by a long way. And where are my miners? What it is causing is a load of stinging injuries. Okay, there's metal being dug out there, and so I was trying to work out where my thing's gone. The elves have left. Huzzah! We saw them off. I know we weren't technically at war with them, but we still saw them off. Victory is ours. Rah. Okay. Oh, I set up a load of furnitures as well, so this room is now sorted. Well, partially. And we're going to make this into another dining room, which we will then make into a meeting hall. Huzzah! We now have a legendary dining room, which won't have mysterious flooring. More gems. Now, the last thing I set up was something I don't think anybody's doing right this moment. But if I go designation smooth stone, you'll notice I've set up a large area to be smoothed out. Once that's done, of course, it will be able to engrave it and increase the value. But smoothing is more important than engraving, at least initially. And also, we want to build another workshop, Leatherworks. Because we need some armour, and unfortunately some of it's going to have to be leather. So hopefully we'll get some more leather coming into us soon. Now, I believe, did we designate dump items? Maybe we didn't. Right, designate all those as dumpable items and all these as dumpable items. We'll get them back in a moment, I just don't want them there. I prefer them to dig out this top area because I want that to be sorted. Where are my masons? Don't they realise how important the metal industry is going to be to this place? Apparently they don't. We have some lye at the very least, so actually we can now make some soap and I can get my baths done. I want 4 bars of it, I think. I'm sure I have a soap maker somewhere. Ah, that's what they're doing. They're doing all my weird flooring commands I asked them to do. Fair enough. Hey, there we go. Right. So that's now 2 sorted. Now this one is going to go coke, silver, silver, coke and gold. Silver is more important initially because we need to make some weapons with it even if we don't intend to use it. Silver generally blunt weapons only. I think it's worse than copper technically for blunt weapons, or no, not blunt weapons. Worse than copper for edged weapons, I think. But in any case, it's not ideal. What we want here is a furniture storage stockpile up to about there, and a finished goods stockpile up to about there. We then want armour and weapon stockpiles. So starting with weapons and armour. Okay, that'll do. Thinking about this. I had another ammo stockpile in there, since it's needed doing. Right, now we need to get some metal crafting underway now that we have some copper, I presume. So, what we want to do here then is go copper crossbows, 4 of them, and then we want bolts repeatedly from this place. We need as many copper bolts as we can put together. And this will happen until we have lots of them. And I do mean lots of them. I'd rather like to have some metal storage up here, which is why I kind of wanted the that area to be gone. Ah well. Right, time for a little trick. We want to designate a channel here and here, because we are clearly mad. And as you can see, somebody at least is doing some engraving. And actually it would appear that my master miner is doing some. You don't do that. Once you've finished, you get back to doing what you're supposed to be doing, which is digging things out. I don't mind him training when there's not a lot happening, but actually there is here. Right, put some more beds in place. We have lots of the things. I prefer to have cabinets and chests already in place before I actually designate them as rooms. Largely because then, when they dump their clothing there later, it just looks a bit neater. But of course, all our masons are now doing other things. We have a good short coffer, but we'll save that. And a cabinet can go there. And of course, as we slowly add more rooms, they get happy because they have rooms. They still haven't dug that area around yet. Oh, whoops. Meant to set that all to repeat. Yeah, that'll work. So, first bit of silver ores happening then. And I would say we probably have some copper stuffs done now. Now I know this. Ah, there we go. So he's building. He's sorting out what will eventually be our tomb area. Will he uncover any gems while he's down there? Yeah, looking less likely now. I just wanted to dig down in the. I wanted the tomb to be in a different area, just to see if we could find anything. As it turns out, couldn't find a lot. We have a lot of copper ore, well, tetrahedrite, so technically copper ore dug out. Don't know why we went down for that one when there's closer stuff there, but yeah. This is part of the reason I wanted the stockpiles done, and for some reason the audio is being a bit glitchy. 2 moments. Right, this may have been missed, but in the announcements, zoom to location, somebody here, the milker, has become possessed. This is the least desirable of these effects because they don't gain any experience from it. Still, if he goes and builds something that's worthwhile, I'll forgive him. Craftsdwarf's place has been conquered, and he wants some wood. Presumably he wants some stone. No, he wants more wood. And that would apparently be it. It's a woodcraft thing. Okay, no worries there. At the very least that was nice and quick, so... somebody organised a party. lpsowns, you have organised a party. Huzzah. Alright, whatever. Parties increase happiness, so, well, we'll accept that. What we could do, though, is add some more... Well, actually, no, we can't, really. We've added one more table. Well, we're getting there. Can't forge copper bolts, needs copper bars, but at the very least, that means he has produced some crossbows. Or did he? No, I don't see any cancellation orders for... Nope, so we at least made a bit of effort with that. There we go. Alright, stockpiles are being dug out, and we found some pyrites. Which... might as well, since we're there. Go and dig those out. I know this has just added a lot to that, but we've done this all anyway, so designation dump items. Dump everything there. By the way, designation, we want to claim all the items in there. It's a continual cycle of doing that, but it does work, and I've just noticed you're full. Designation refuse. What we want is a stockpile, refuse. There. And these are probably going to be full of dead. These are probably all bees. Based on what normally happens here, the dwarves punch, gain a bit of wrestling skill, and unfortunately kill the bees off. Actually, no, doesn't seem like that way at the moment. But oh, hold on, there's there. I put a mental gear into reverse here, didn't I? Normally, I do it the other way around. Okay, so that area appears to be mostly dug out. We have a mango wood crown. Huzzah! So let's go and check our artifacts. So we have a chalk artifact and that. Only worth 6,000. Unfortunately, because he was possessed at the time, he doesn't become a master woodcrafter. So, yeah. Bit of a waste, that. Right, stockpile, stone. It's going to be all that, and the stockpile will be only containing forbid all. We're going to allow oh, come on. Alright, we'll shut them off individually. It's only going to allow them. Copper, silver, tetrahedrite, sorry. Copper and silver. Then we need another stockpile, which will be settings. This can afford to be much smaller, so this is fine. Actually, disable, we don't want them. What we want are bars and blocks. So, where is it? It's not there. Yeah. Okay, I guess not then. So where's... I thought it was an obscure one, but evidently... This counts as coal. It's definitely not metal, is it? We'll see whether that actually gets filled like that. Ooh, migrant wave, and a bit of an odd situation. So, whoops. So we shall go and wait till they come over here on higher ground. Even that's not exactly ideal. So you are a glass maker, and have no real other job of note. Okay, your new job then: furnace operating. Become really good at that. If we can actual furnace operator, I'll be quite happy. Armourer. Ooh, High Master Armour Smith. Okay. You, my good sir, are going to make all of our lovely, lovely armour. In the meantime, we have another miner, who is really a novice at it, but that's actually not a bad thing. What we'll do then is have you as... No, you can actually be a miner, but we'll add you, I think, to the military. No real weapons stat of note. I'll have to change those. So we have a proficient brewer. Always happy to have one of those. So he can brew, he can farm the fields. And just to give him something else to do, spinning's fine. Milking's fine. Anyone else? Yes, we have one. We have a carpenter, another one. Because you are so little used to us at this stage, you can fish. And what else? Nothing else I really want him to do. I suppose wood cutting, it gives us an additional person so we can get that job done faster. That's a calf. Leather worker? Nope, we need one of those. That's fine. Okay, you, sir, are a farmer. Talented lion maker, skilled butcher. That's perfect, we can go with both of those. Butchery, and you can farm the fields. Crafts dwarf, what type? Actually, you're more of a weapons dwarf, and we kind of need that. Waxworker, potter. Well, in your spare time, I guess you can farm the fields and... What dying? I know it's not one of his skills, but we'll go with that. Talented presser and bone carver. So that's fine, he can do that, and he can press, yep. Any more? Does not appear to be. That takes us up to 46, and as you can see our meat stores are quite low, but our overall food situation is awesome. Let's get some drinks brewed. Next. Okay, furniture is being made. Silver ore is actively being gotten. I like the amount of furnace operators we have, I really do. Right. So let's go to the military. Oh, I've just had a thought of something I've not done. Okay. Okay. Well, what we can do here is we can add you, because you're a mace dwarf, and that would be quite useful. And you were a reasonable fighter, so you can join. Next, we want to go into squads, a view schedule, because unfortunately they're all training like mad, which isn't such a bad thing, but this means they'll have unhappy thoughts for being on long terms of duty. So we shall have 5 of them minimum training at any one time. Paste, 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 paste. They shall have some time off. They shall have 2 months off for the winter, I think. And then that will do. So what we want to do is edit this order to... Not that. I don't know. Chariot station training did... No, continue on with that. So in theory now, 5 of them will be training at all times, and they have a squad of 8. 9 now, even. Right, so what we could really do with now... How much silver do we have? We have at least 1 bar. So let's make a silver warhammer. Warhammers and maces are the best weapons you can make out of silver. think steel is about the same, but this is where silver comes into it. Silver warhammers and silver maces. Anything silver and blunt is awesome. Right, and as you can see now, that's filling up. Should be able to make use of that. What we should do here, quickly, we're going to go decorate with shell, because that's bone crafting. Could make some random shell stuff, but let's not. We then want rock pots, repeat. Don't think we want any more hives for now, but we do want some bolts. Resume. Next, I think we need to slaughter some things. So let's check our animal supplies. As you can see, we have, if we slaughter this thing, do we have 2 bulls? It doesn't look like it. And you. Let's see. Tempted to get rid of a couple of the turkeys. What we did not get... Oh, he's a pet, so we're not going to get rid of him. Bull calf. I think we need to slay those 2. Levers are important at this stage of the game. And I do have a couple of level working people, so we should be able to make use of them now. Now the second stockpile will be mostly the same, except I'm going to limit that further to just being silver, I think. Very least, well, we seem to be getting just copper at the moment. It's not ideal. We do have silver down there, I'm sure we do. Ah, here we go. I've just had a thought, we can't quite do that. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, I messed up. Okay. Let's build what we want. Because the whole plan was to flood this area, so we want a 2-wide wall of chalk. And then we want a floor 2 wide here of chalk. Resume. Should get onto that reasonably quickly, actually. Next, put some more tables in. 1 more table. And let's check the thoughts of the good doctor. Slept uneasily due to noise. That's one problem because we're here, but I've had a word lately in my don't find cabinet. Okay, it's a bit too noisy up there, but that should be fixed if I get a couple of these doors in. Or that door, hopefully. So I should cut off all links to the outside, and that's silver going up. Huzzah! Okay, now we just need some things to be smelted. Also, we need to designate and dump all of this loss as well. See how things are going. So, yeah, we have a couple of bits of silver being made. We can silver mace next. And then we just need that to go on a bit more. Hopefully now, it should take less time to, now that the stuff is actually up there. See, it's not actually made it there, so what I will do is I shall set this up to be not that, permit all, and see if that changes it. So now hopefully that should count as a coke stockpile. course, I would like my furnace operators to go and actually operate the furnaces. Stray mule has been struck down. And thus we have lots of meats. Well, we have 50 meats. Late summer. Okay, almost to the end of the video then. What we can do with though is... yeah, there we go. Things are happening. Dr. Zyman. Thank God for you at the moment. Skilled furnace operator is not bad. Obviously means he's not cooking though, is the only downer on that, but for now, that's fine. We have some gold bars! And no, clearly that hasn't worked. Okay. So it's obviously got to be on the other side of things then. Except that it isn't. It's really bizarre and I haven't quite worked out. Oh well. Permits. Just not blocks. Alright, see if that fixes it. So, some copper is being made. And some gold has been smelted. And if I go to the squad, I'm fairly certain now that we finally have some equipment. So, Senior Maxwell, you're going to lose your steel warhammer and gain a silver one. Next, you are going to... I need to actually check this one. You're going to lose that, and you are going to gain a silver mace. Meanwhile, I now need to actually check the abilities of each of these guys. Competent hammer dwarf, talented mace dwarf. I've given the mace to the wrong person, haven't I? Right. Silver mace. Steel warhammer. Right, so now... weapon, individual choice weapon. Right. So, do we have anything else for you? Training with a pick might be fun. No. Blowguns. Do we make any... yeah, we made one copper crossbow, I can see there. Apparently we only made the one. Okay, that's not a major hassle for us. We want individual choice melee. As you can see, we now need to start making weapons and things for people. So I'll off-screen working out exactly what we need and changing some of these from wrestlers to something else. But we need silvers. I mean, we could do copper, but... in the meantime then, what you can do is make another copper. Need to have a think about this one. Alright, copper. I need to work out... alright, I'll find out on the wiki site which is actually better for blade weapons or anything with an edge. Hey, the human caravans have arrived. Okay, that's not bad. Let's go and build some hives because I've just thought about it. Hive, hive, and hive. Don't have an awful lot of them, and I'm not planning on going as mad as I did last time. But, hey, hives. Therefore, we request the broker at the depot. Nope, not anyone may trade, request the broker. In the meantime then, we need to get some reasonable goods up here. So, as we can imagine, we have expertly made goat tallow biscuits. Or we've got that. We have so many things of value, it's almost worth working out what we don't have of value. A larger Amethyst, which has been crafted. Chalk mechanisms. Muscle roast, because they don't have a lot of it. Sheep cheese stew. Couple of gem bins. Couple of prepared food barrels. Some more mechanisms. By the way, I need to queue some more of those up, I think. Some zircons. No, don't trade that wine. What am I thinking? Oh, clearly not. Large bauxite pots. No, we need those. Amethyst, chalk coffin, large chalk pot. A meat pot with not a lot in it. Some gems. And we'll queue up 3 gold nuggets. Okay, let's see how this goes. If I could have made it fast enough, I'd have done something like a gold statue free trade. But, okay, more meats. And, yeah, okay. Constructions are set up, but apparently not happening at the moment. Also, more silver stuff. Awesome. So, weapon... silver mace and silver hammer. In fact, we're just going to make those for now, and we'll give those to the wrestle dwarfs. Right, resume, and then just wait for the miner to appear, which hopefully by that time this area will be sorted. Where am I actually? It's been dug out, probably down here. Somewhere. What's that? Nothing too major. Some nice gems. There's one legendary miner. Where's the other? Apparently I've missed me. So I might not be somewhere obvious. That's the only problem with this. Finding someone is a little tricky. No, well, I'm sure it'll turn up. I better do. These empty cages. You know what? Alright, we're going to set up an area to be, designate chopping down trees. We need a large area dug out. We'll go with that one, I think. And while we're at it, plants. So that will give certain people something to do. While we wait for the elusive trader. Main reason I'm thinking here is just pretty much I can make some wooden cages temporarily. Really wish I knew where I'd gotten to. I think a glowing blue... Ah, there we go. Alright, I'm eating. You know what, I'm going to have to turn your labour off again. I'm going to have to keep remembering to turn that back on, though. Okay, coke and gold nuggets. And it would appear we have some more weapons. So... go military and equip them. So that's a Spear Dwarf. You, from Waxworker down, no relevant skills. Senior Maxwell, Hammer Dwarf, Mace Dwarf, no relevant skills. So I've got 4 with no relevant skills, really. So that's Spear. He has a weapon for some reason, but we'll change that. You can now have... making sure I don't pick the wrong one here. Actually, I just noticed. Okay, so you do have the Silver Warhammer, that's good. So then there's no problem with you having a specific weapon. Silver Warhammer. Let's see, Silver Mace, 1 chosen. So you can then have, instead of whatever you were going to have, specific weapon, Silver Mace 2. And just to be sure on this, Silver Mace 1. So, you need a spear, a silver hammer, mace, which you can have now, I believe. So, weapon. Actually, no, you can't. Oops. Individual choice weapon. So, we need 1 more mace, 1 more hammer, I think, for those 2. So, mace, 1. Okay, so I need 4 more weapons, of which one of them is going to be that hammer, one of them is going to be that mace, one of them is going to be a copper spear, and one of them is going to be a copper spear, so we'll have 2 of them. And in fact, just to give some time, we'll promote those, so you can, so there'll definitely be a way of doing that. After that, I need Greaves, Helm, Twin Gauntlet, Twin High Boot. Buckler. Right, armour. Meantime, let's wait for trading. I'd like to get it done for the end of the video. Alright, now that we have some of those, we will go bin, repeat. Let's see. Nope, we want 1 training axe. So I think we might need one. Do we not make the cages here? Oh no, we do. Cage, repeat, and barrel. No, actually, no, not barrel. Bed, repeat. So we have about 200 of them, we're always going to need more beds. In the meantime, sooner or later, a trading dwarf is going to arrive. There we go. Right. Now, first thing we want to do is make an offering to these lowly humans, because we might as well. If we offer him, say, our cheap stuff we don't care about, first off, always a good start. Don't care much about that. Though they are now at a weight limit. Okay, we can't quite get away with that one. Clear zircons don't weigh a lot. Dang it, I kind of wanted to use those as trading things, but darn. It's only a minor... Alright, we're not going to bother offering till the end then, because we need to get rid of some weight. So, what do you have? You have electrum bars, which are nice, but we can't make an awful lot of use out of them. Lots and lots of wood. Always willing to take wood. Okay. And it also gets rid of quite a lot of the weight issues they were having. Right, beer and beer. May be human rubbish, but it's better than no rubbish. Reindeer, they have a turkey in a cage. We don't really want any more of those. I think we have all the pigs we need, but we'll take one just in case. It's not as if we're going to struggle to meet what we put here. Let's see. A bronze buckler, a copper an iron buckler. It's a good start there. And then we want sheep wool bag, leather, leather, leather. Not going to bother with the cloth stuff because we can't use that really for armour. Take an anvil. Right, let's see then. This is all food, I'm assuming. Yep. So we're going to take a lot of their food. Leather backpack. If they have any quivers, I might want them. Doesn't seem that way. Then I guess just some additional. Nah, you know what? That's fine. Right. So let's do a trade then. Let's get rid of all of our cheap gems before we do anything else. Because we don't want them. We can make things out of more. Yeah, actually, we didn't put a lot of our high value stuff on here, did we? Right, 2 chalk mechanisms. We might struggle to meet that. Alright, we're going to have to give them some good gems. But mind you, we have so many good gems. We'll offer those top 5, I think, as... Oh, we can't give them the gold. It's too heavy for them. Okay. We'll give them... this. Trade a profit of 700. Oh, that's highlight robbery, that is. Absolute highlight robbery. Okay. What is this? We'll take that quiver, because we might need it later. You can have both sets of food if we can have... some more cloth. Oops, now we need the leather. Some more of this cheap cloth, and that leather. Let's see what else we can grab. I think there are electrum bars at the top we might take. Although, it might be better to just go with stuff that might actually be useful to us. Bronze shield here, actually. You know what? We don't want the shield. Not having our chalk mechanisms. And in fact, we'll take back those. We'll take back one of those mechanisms. You're making a ridiculous amount. Oh God! Give you those. There we go. Right, well now that the hard bargaining's out of the window, let's go and give away... He doesn't have enough weight for that. And a coffin. We're going to offer 650 gold worth of value to him. Okay, we're done with that. Broker is no longer needed at depot. And if I just change you... You're back on mining duty. Go. Okay. Dabbling furnace operator, that's fine. I think all the dabbling means is that he does this quite slowly. But having it happen slowly is better than it not happening at all, so copper spears being made. I would say this is going rather well, and in fact we don't have any idlers to speak of, really. And he'll eventually train himself by doing that. There's lots of silver being done. Okay, so we have spears now. So if I go military squad, we can now finally give the spear dwarf a spear. Well-made copper spear. Then if we go you with copper spear 2, whoops, copper spear 1, then all we need to do is fill these 2 positions in. Mace dwarf, no adequate skills, so so we have some copper crossbows, we have a warhammer which possibly isn't being used. That'll be yours, I think, though. Apparently he was on a slightly bad day when he made that one. Still, silver warhammer. They're really only good against humanoid things, but since we're expecting goblins, they're vaguely humanoid. Weapon, mace. Right, once that's done, armour. So we want then copper high boots, 2 of. So 2 gauntlets, helm, greaves, mail shirt. That's how our dwarves are going to be armoured. We need a lot of those. In fact, we need so many of those that what I will be doing is going and changing this to that. It's a shame we didn't really find any iron, but we'll make do with what we can get. And what we can get at the moment is copper. Gold's useful, and that's what, in fact, the second... now that we do have a spare anvil, we can build a second workshop, and I think probably should. Let's think about this. Bit out of the way, but actually that's not a bad thing here. We shall go and make this a workshop. Metalsmiths. Anvil, chalk. What we'll then do is put another stockpile for bars and blocks of all types there. Right. Nish has created a masterpiece. Well done, Nish. And now we just wait on the... There we go. Yeah, so now we just have to wait on everybody else here. And it is being built. Yeah, second one of these. This one's mostly not going to be our weapon one. This one's going to be making use of our gold by making gold furniture. And I think we're going to start with what would be the most impressive thing we can make. No, I'm thinking too small. Other objects, gold. No, maybe not. well, it's got to be done to start with. Make some gold coins. Then what we want are some gold statues. 3 of them. Let's just see how that goes. I'm fairly certain the statues require additional gold bars, so let's just see. Also, because it's ridiculous and a bit wasteful, we'll go and dig all those out and get these. Let's just see how this is going. So, as you can see, most of the things are being cut. Repeat. We have lots of various types of gems, but it's making up for, I suppose, in the trading at the moment. And you are now a novice furnace operator. Excellent. So, things going quite well at this stage. Would prefer to possibly have another... Oh god, I've overdone it again. Problem is I don't always notice because I've got so many things going up there at once. So, looking at this, our seeds look like we have actually suffering a shortage of those. Pause. So seeds are a worry, unless of course lots of them are already planted. Actually, it doesn't look like a lot of them are planted. Okay, I think we're going to up the seed ante when we get the traders in autumn. The leather work's done. Leather armour. Leather trousers, leather helm. High boot. Quiver. Backpack. Buckler. Armour, trousers, helm. Go on this. Alright, possibly cloak. Right, and this is going to be for when they eventually arrive, our second squad, which is going to be mostly archery based, and I think they need all that. In fact, I'd promote the quivers a bit, because we did pick one up, but that could be relevant. What we'll have to do is actually open up another squad for them. But we can do... Actually, I can make use of what I've already got here, if I just remove designations and sort things out. That could be done. Right. Anyway, I've been battling for a bit. End of the video. So, next time, we do more stuff. Until then.